Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Better Late Than Never review of the movie Deadpool. I'm so excited about this review. Um, I'm going to rate it on a 1 through 5. And at the end of this review, feel free to comment, like, share, and I generally want to hear your opinion on what you thought about the movie, whether you enjoyed it or not. Well, let's start with the intro sequence. This was different than any movie that I ever seen, a superhero movie anyway, and I really enjoyed it. They did a great job of making fun of themselves creating this movie, and that touches ground on Deadpool himself because he feels free to take a hot shot at himself and anybody around him at any time. For those who don't know, Deadpool is an ass. It's just kind of what he does. So we get to the intro sequence. The movie kicks off with action right away before they go on to the backstory of telling you who he is and what it's all about. And it's comedy and action all the way through. Warning here now, if you haven't seen this movie, I'm probably going to talk about some things that you don't want to hear. So click the link below, go to Amazon.com, watch the movie. You can watch it instantly now. Check out the link and go check out the movie. So the action sequence kicks off. It's enjoyable. If you wanted to see a superhero movie that was action, this is the one for you. Not that that doesn't happen that often anyway. But on top of that, this is one of the purest movies that I've seen that stuck to the comic book. If you go and read a Deadpool comic book today, it would touch with what you've seen in this movie. It's something that usually isn't done, and they did it very well. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. It's kind of sad that a guy who's not a director was able to grab a superhero comic and do it justice. So it goes from that point into the backstory of telling you how Deadpool became Deadpool and how he got his amazing healing factor and his powers. But it never lets you get too bored in that. It goes from the backstory back into these awesome fight sequences of them showing you how incredibly skilled he is as a fighter. But it never allows you to get bored. But by far, the best part of this movie to me not only is him and the complete ass and jokester that he is throughout the movie that makes it enjoyable to you, kind of like what you felt about Guardians of the Galaxy, for me anyway. But by far, Fox, take notes. Fox, I'm talking to you. Take notes. This is what the X-Men are supposed to be like. We finally got a good Colossus. We finally got an X-Men other than Wolverine who's supposed to be like he was. I give some credit to Storm, but Colossus was on the money. That was one of my most favorite parts of the movie. So, not to go into 100 things about this movie and the many Easter eggs and the points that it touches on, and just Ryan Reynolds telling jokes and being Ryan Reynolds, who was just a perfect Deadpool, by the way. I mean, the only other character I could think of Ryan Reynolds could have played maybe as well as he plays Deadpool is possibly Star-Lord, but let's not mess with that. That's already great. Simply put, I loved it. It's one of the best comic book to movie conversions I've ever seen. I have to give it a 5. It's that good. It's worthy of a 5. I did not make it to the movies to see this. I had my reasons why I didn't, and that I didn't want to see it, but I just didn't make it. I was so glad to get a chance to review it on Blu-ray and to watch it. It is an excellent superhero movie. Directors, take notes. I know you want to put your own mark on a superhero movie, but just pick up the comic, read it, and do the movie justice. The fan base of comics is so huge. If you want to sell a movie that's a superhero movie, just copy it. I know that you guys have done your own adaptations and some of them have worked out well, but most of them haven't. So take notes. Great movie. Ryan Reynolds, you killed it, man. You killed it. So thank you guys for taking the time to listen to this review. Don't forget to share your comments on what you thought about the movie, what you thought was great, what you didn't like about it. But like, comment, share. If you haven't seen the movie, go to Amazon.